This report is brought to you by Trade Genius Academy, your #1 training source for everything crypto. Since the Chicago Mercantile Exchange opened the crypto futures market last December, most cryptocurrencies have struggled. But now Trade Genius Academy has broken the code to making money even when the price of Bitcoin or other cryptos decline. Please view their ad at the end of this report. Good evening. I'm still reporting on the coup. The long-awaited blockbuster report on the rampant criminality surrounding the DOJ and the FBI's attempt to frame incoming President Trump, the greatest scandal in the history of the United States, has been completed and may be released tomorrow.
Isn't that the amazing thing that the New York Times, in 12 printed pages?
The New York Times basically debunked their own reporting, their bombshell report last December that said it was the Papadopoulos bar talk. And today they admitted that the FBI had already opened the investigation by the time they learned about the Papadopoulos
because
case.
Their timing is off.
Right. June 20th, Steele writes the phony dossier claiming Trump-Russia collusion for 5 years. He hadn't, and hurting Hillary Clinton and helping Trump. He hadn't been running but for 1 year. I mean, you'd have to be clairvoyant in the Kremlin to know that Trump was going to run. 2 weeks after he writes that dossier, he meets with the FBI. After that, they open the investigation, and only after that do they talk to Downer about Papadopoulos. So the truth
Downer's
is,
the guy that got drunk with.
It was the dossier, the fictitious dossier, that triggered the hoax.
Well, Sean, obviously it's been known for some time. We've been talking about it for more than a year, that part of the brazen plot, which included exonerating Hillary Clinton illegally, and then if Donald Trump won, to figure out a way to frame him, the FBI and the senior DOJ officials and John Brennan and James Clapper and James Comey set about on a plot to frame Donald Trump and the people in his campaign. They used all sorts of means and methods to do that, including the use of an agent provocateur who was unleashed on the campaign on the soil of a foreign country, and as a result of interviews with a number of people in the campaign, asking them, who approached you? A person that you never knew before, and started asking questions about foreign policy and seeing if they could, quote, help the campaign. It is now known who that agent provocateur was that the FBI used and John Brennan used and James Clapper. And tonight there's a flurry of concern in Washington in the law enforcement and intelligence community that his name will come out.
You know, when you say bad cops, it kind of stings, because I love the FBI.
No, dirty cops.
Dirty cop.
James Comey was the dirty cop in charge of a bunch of other dirty cops. And what you have here is this was a criminal plot by senior people. John Brennan, James Comey, James Clapper, senior Department of Justice officials, to suborn the presidency of the United States through the use of false evidence. The false FISA warrants were obtained through lying to the FISA court. When all is said and done, Mr. Huber, who is conducting the grand jury to investigate the unmasking, the lying on the FISA court, and the leaking of information to the press, it will be shown without a shadow of a doubt that the reason Mr. Brennan has been lying in congressional testimony was from the beginning is because he knew that if he told the truth, he would reveal the plot that involved all the people. And that story in the New York Times today is a magnificent piece of evidence that there was in fact a plot. After all the denials, they say now that this Operation Hurricane was in fact exactly Crossfire Hurricane was exactly what we have been saying for a year.
So this is the truth.
There was an effort to undermine the candidacy of the opposition party. This is the most unbelievable scandal in the history of this country, and the New York Times just blew the lid off of it inadvertently.
Last word.
Well, he's absolutely right.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
Pardon me. So this really is about Hillary committed felonies. Hillary obstructed justice, deleting acid wash. Then she had the investigation rigged, exoneration before investigation. Then they immediately begin this deep state attack on Donald Trump.
They needed a hook, and the hook was the phony, fictitious, fabricated dossier.
That leads to FISA court lies.
I dug deep into the interrogatories and the libel lawsuits against the author of the dossier, and he basically admits that his own dossier is of dubious credibility.
That was in England in another case.
Right, 50-50 proposition. It was raw intelligence. Come on, it may not have been true.
Wow. And it was used to presented to a court to get a warrant to spy on an opposition party candidate. We got a break. Thank you all.
I'm still reporting from outside the one-time free speech capital of the world. Good day. Trade Genius Academy says there is always a bull market somewhere. Yes, it is possible to make money when the market is going up or going down. Learn all about it with Trade Genius Academy's new online video course, Crypto Bear Market Strategies Volume 1. This multi-lesson course teaches you the skills you need to make money steadily, whether the market is headed up or down. Also, just out is their new binary options money machine. Under beta test last year, it blew away the competition with a 95-4 win-loss record. On top of that, Trade Genius Academy is offering 8 spring bundle packages at a reduced rate to help new customers just looking to get their feet wet. Check them all out at www.tradegeniusacademy.com.